Just want to let you lot know that if you're watching this clip on the Fozcast YouTube channel, the full episode is now available to watch exclusively on Spotify, and it's free. Come on. Let's take it to Formula One, yeah? Because I think we have to put F1 in here.
We have to have an F1.
I think we have to have an F1.
Okay, so there's a shout here for a little bit like earlier on when we did, is how great could they have been?
Yeah.
Ayrton Senna, I think, is he won 3 championships. Obviously died young, and I think that's a tale of what could have been.
Yeah, for sure.
But then are we talking really then Lewis Hamilton and Michael Schumacher?
Has to be Lewis Hamilton and Michael Schumacher. Both hold the record for most championships with, I think, 7, is it? This is a difficult one because I think, in my opinion, Lewis Hamilton doesn't get anywhere near the respect that he deserves.
Why is that, Ben?
Again, it will be what people think
of him.
Exactly that. What they think of him. They see him attending these parties and living this showbiz lifestyle, and there's a huge element of jealousy in it. Huge element, and people don't like it. People don't like to see people being themselves, do you know what I mean? Just living comfortably in their own skin.
Do you know what I think it is, mate? I agree with you. I think it's a British thing.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think it's an individual sports thing.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
So if it was a sports team game, your Johnny Wilkinsons, your David, people love them.
They
right?
do. They do.
It's an individual sport game. Now, to be an individual athlete of that level, you've got to have unwavering self-confidence, borderline arrogance, this belief in yourself, in your ability, and you've got to be a show pony, right? So look at F1, you're driving a car fast, like 200 mile an hour fast. Look at boxers, right? And people sometimes, like Kawasaki, for example, he's not on the list. Honourable mention, I think he was 49-0 or something like this. They have to be obnoxious. They have to be out.
Yeah.
They're going to fight someone.
Yeah.
Right? And I think with Lewis Hamilton, the British people don't like those traits.
No, they don't.
And they go, he's full of himself.
Yeah, they like you to be humble.
Yeah.
They like to see a bit of vulnerability.
Look at Andy Murray, right? I think it's probably fair to say that not everyone, as a British, he's a proud Scotsman, but as a Brit, I don't think he was everyone's cup of tea, but the guy is an absolute phenomenon.
Yeah,
he's just unfortunate he got born in this era.
Yeah, exactly that. And people, they want to see a bit of personality, but they like humbleness. It's so hard, isn't it, in an individual sport to be a people's champion?
Yeah.
It's almost like you've got to fail first at some point to become liked.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the British, we British, we do
sure.
love that kind of story. But he's a sir. He's got the joint most driver championships for 7. Record for the most wins, 103. Most pole positions, most podium finishes. It's frightening numbers, Ben.
I think we've got to put Lewis Hamilton in there, you know.
Yeah.
Should we put him in the maybe for now?
Put him in the maybe for now.
Put him in the maybe now. We've got a decent little maybe list. Ronaldo, Messi, LeBron, Novak Djokovic, Ronnie and Lewis. Wow.
Right, I've got an honourable mention here for Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk, skateboarder. If anybody played PlayStation back in the day, then you will know who Tony Hawk is. Skateboarder, basically made his own tricks. He's the guy that most of these tricks are based on nowadays, is because Tony Hawk came up with them. Yeah,
so he invented 80 tricks, made skateboarding history by performing a 900, which was the first ever seen in the sport. He was named top vert skater.
How many times round
every year?
How many times round is 900?
3?
2.5.
2.5. Yeah. So 12-time world championship. Tony Hawk skateboarding, like you say. I think he was one of these few athletes that earned more from his endorsement deals from
computer games. Tony Hawk's back in the day, mate. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, phenomenal game.
Yeah,
phenomenal. I used to spend so many hours on that game.
I never got into it.
I used to love it, mate.
Never got into it.
I loved it.
Never liked skateboarding. Yeah. Never got into skateboarding.
Loved it.
I know who he is though.
Oh, it's incredible.
Which says a lot.
Which does say a lot. He can't make the top 10 list.
Why?
Because
it's because it's skateboarding.
It's skateboarding. It's as simple as that. And it's kind of, I'd say outside of America, or unless you were a 90s child like me and played PlayStation a lot, you probably wouldn't know him. Jamie, do you know who Tony Hawk is?
Hawk?
No. You don't know who Tony Hawk is. Well, so he can't make the top 10 list. I'm going to give you a couple who I think probably have to be on this top 10 list. Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah? We have to put him on the top 10 list.
I mean, Yeah.
Muhammad Ali, top 10 list.
It's so hard, Ben. I mean, he was obviously an unbelievable heavyweight champion. Had 5 losses, 61 fights, 56 wins, 37 knockouts. But he's iconic. Talk about cultural. Yeah. Obviously, there's a bit of political in there, but he like these phrases you hear, like float like a butterfly.
Don't say it, Jamie. Sting like a what? Well done. Yeah. Come on.
So he's just one of the most famous athletes of all time. One of the most talented athletes of all time. He's got to go on.
He's got to go on. He's in the list. I've put it in already, mate. It's too late. And then I've got to put an NFL player in there, Tom Brady.
On the list?
On the top 10 list. I think Tom Brady has to, for longevity in the game, for the whole package, I'd say. For the whole package. He's a worldwide superstar. And when I say the whole package, I mean the boxes that he ticks of everything. Team player, personable.
When did he retire, Ben? Like last year?
Yeah.
And he's 46?
It's ridiculous.
One of only 3 players to win multiple NFL MVP and Super Bowl awards. Yeah. He's won 7 Super Bowls, the most of any player. Yeah. He was drafted in 199th overall pick.
Wow. And then still went on to do what he did. That's ridiculous. Normally, if you're that draft pick, you aren't making it. You are not making it.
No. And then, I think it's fair to say he's one of the GOATs, isn't he?
And I think if you lived in America, you would say he's in that top 3 list, probably.
Yeah. Oh, if you're American,
you're probably putting Tom Brady. But again, we are slightly biased in the fact that we are in the UK, in England. So we see a lot of NFL, and we watch it and we understand who the superstars are. So we have to respect that and put him in. Yeah. Cool.
Yep. Okay. I've got a cricketer here. Oh. It's fair to say me and you aren't cricket fans per se. Yeah. So I'll keep an eye on the cricket. And there's two guys growing up, but the one who is culturally and just changed things and is an absolute megastar, Sachin Tendulkar.
Wow.
He's regarded as the best batsman in history, all-time highest run scorer in both ODI and Test cricket, more than 18,000 and 15,000 runs. He has also the most player of the match awards in international cricket, highest number of centuries in Test. He's also won the World Cup with India. This guy in Asia, in India, he's
the best.
David Beckham.
He's a top sportsman of all time. Without doubt, he is.
100%. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We hope you enjoyed the latest episode of the Fozcast. Don't forget to give us a follow on Spotify of the Fozcast.